Okay, so it's time for devlog number 2, even though there was no devlog number 1. And I'm sorry for not having noise cancellation because it seems that NVIDIA Broadcast slows everything down so much and the audio gets cropped. So let's run the project. And let me explain what this is. So this is a little prototype I'm working on that's supposed to be a roguelike turn-based RPG maybe. And the first thing is turn-based. So when you move, you just hit a direction and your character just keeps moving until the turn ends. And I find this just better than using grid movement in first person. I tried it, I don't like how it feels. The only problem that arises is that it's hard to judge distance, because if you hit forward, you can't really be sure how long you're gonna move. So to fix this problem, you can just hit spacebar when you feel like you want to stop, like right now. And also I fixed that if you hit spacebar like almost at the end of the turn, you will not skip another turn, even though when I started showing it, I did that on accident. So probably I need just to increase the time gap there. So if you just hit spacebar, you skip a turn, as I said. And now to the shooting part. The crosshair changes depending on the distance and probably your skill, even though I don't have any skill system yet. And it has this splits. So now I have a chance of hitting this guy 40%. It shows it in the top left corner. This is just a debug. And I will probably not show any probabilities in the end. And what I can do is skip a turn. The crosshair becomes smaller because the probability increases, and also the circle becomes more full. So if I skip another turn, it becomes full circle. And this means that waiting anymore is just useless. It will not achieve anything. And if I shoot, it resets. Also, if I move, it will reset, which will make sense. Another thing about hitting targets is that when you miss, the bullet is not just discarded. It's still a bullet and it can hit something. The way it works is simply if you miss, the bullet doesn't fly in the direction that you're aiming, but it still flies somewhere and can hit something, if there was something. Sometimes it works in your favor, but I hope it will work against you sometimes as well, because it can be fun. The only thing that I don't like about, well, what's implemented right now is that the probability now is actually fair. I mean, it works as it should. It's like pure probability. The problem with this is that you have, for example, a chance of hitting something, I don't know, 50%. You expect that when you have a chance of 50%, you will hit a target on a second or maybe third, fourth maximum. But because it's a fair probability, you can actually miss 10 times in a row or hit 10 times in a row. And I should probably tweak the probability so that it would not be frustrated, even though it won't be technically more fair, it will feel more fair. So this is like the one thing I'm going to fix. Also, I want to add a couple of more weapons so that I can implement inventory. And after that, I should probably make some enemies that move. And I can try to actually play it and not just look around. That's it, I guess.